What is up, guys? You got Not the Worst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the patch notes for November 29th. Of course, the big news this week is that we have a new grind zone and the quest line available for Olakita, which brings us the final piece of the Slumbering Origin set, the shoes, now available. Of course, you will need to grind to obtain the pieces to get it. It's not going to be like the gloves were, where you can just get other items very quickly and pick them up super simply. This does take some work, so you'll need to grind at the new grind zone, Darkseeker's Retreat. There is a main story quest line that is now added as well. It is not required in order to make the shoes, but if you want to sit through cutscenes and all that stuff for you just like questing, go for it. It does have an Ator's Power Stone, which is kind of the purpose to completing it. Maybe you don't have a Vel's Heart or something like that. It can be boosted with Exalted as well, so it's a nice kind of fill in the blank considering you get it for just sitting through a quest line. So maybe something you want to consider if you don't have it yet. As far as the Darkseeker's Retreat, there aren't really mechanics here. You can just back attack the giant dude and you'll basically kill the little dudes around him while doing that. They don't deal a ton of damage. If you saw my video about why sheet AP doesn't matter for the most part in PvE, you would know that these numbers are completely arbitrary and they should stop giving us recommended stats because it doesn't tell us any amount of information. As I covered in that video, if you've seen it, 310 AP doesn't actually tell us what your monster AP is. And that doesn't, so we don't know your total AP with your stats, and we don't actually know if you can grind a zone or not. General rule of thumb here, if you can grind Tungrad Ruins, you can easily grind this place for it. I've been there a little bit. You probably want to be around 1,000 total AP. I believe it does have a requirement probably around 950. It could potentially be a little bit lower, same as Tungrad Ruins, but they take a lot more damage from you than the Tungrad Ruins do. They're a lot less tanky in that regard, so it could be a slightly lower requirement than the 950. As far as DP, I don't know why they said 420. These guys tickle. Honestly, you could go in there 401, you'd be plenty fine. In all honesty, you could go in with like no DP and just not get hit, and I'm not memeing. Like, you just stay behind this guy. His attacks are incredibly telegraphed, like 10 hours before he actually swings the sword, and that attack's about the only thing that's going to damage you. It can float you, so that you'll get knocked down, and maybe that would get you killed if you had lower DP, but just don't get hit by the attack that takes forever for him to actually hit you with, and you'll be fine. Aside from the boot grind that you get here, it has pity pieces that will drop for it as well, Embers of Resonance. There's also a new artifact, which is now easily the best in slot for PvE. And when I say best in slot, I mean that it is strictly better than any other option in PvE because it has 7 monster AP, which the current ones only have 6, and then it also has 20 monster damage reduction, 100 HP, and 75 stamina. I've also seen some people talking about having applications in PvP as well because of the HP and stamina combination, so that's potentially an option. This item does also have pity pieces available for it, so 100 of those, and you can craft the artifact. Both the artifact and the resonance, the flame of resonance, are incredibly expensive compared to past ember or flame boost. They're going to cap out at 10 billion silver, so if you saved up 2 billion trying to pick these up, that's not going to happen, and I don't expect that very many of them will be sold until they hit that price cap. They will absolutely hit the price cap for sure. Moving on into events this week, we have a few things going on. Ruben has come to Velia and Heidel to deliver special news. A little prep for Tidings from Calpheon Ball. Do a little questing. Get some items from him and a title as well. 2023 Calpheon Ball. We've got the Extraction event, which is not a surprise at all since we have the new boots coming out to allow those that have C20 to get out of them without any penalty. So that's going to be running until January 3rd. You have quite a ways to do that. You don't necessarily have to jump on extracting them right now. You could wait till you actually get the item to then obtain your new boots and then extract it, so you're actually grinding with C20s on instead of C10s, but looking at the market this morning, that's not what happened, and people just yanked their Caphras and sold them right away. Maybe you guys have other items that you wanted to reassess Caphras out of, I don't know. We do have an item drop rate going on plus 50% for the next 2 weeks, so really good time to take advantage of that and maybe get the boot grind going if you're capable of it with your current gear. We've got Scarecrow training continuing. This is going until December 13th. Skill XP and Combat XP are 50% bonuses, and then you can also get book a training from the Pearl Shop for 1 silver each. The skill one's in there as well. 10-hour setups of those. So there you go. Get on those dummies if you're trying to XP up while not playing the game at all. Into other content updates, we have the class changes that we saw on the Global Labs not this past Friday, but the one before that. I did a video covering these in it, so if you've checked that out, you've seen these already. But I do have a spreadsheet that'll link in the description too if you want to see that, where we're keeping track of the total of the PvE buffs as they change week to week, and we'll of course be adding new ones that come to Global Lab this week as well. So these were already on here since they already hit both Global Labs and then hit KR last Wednesday. So they are on there. I know people were asking about nerfs. There were a couple classes that had their damage buffs reduced a bit. That was Awakening Wizard, Awakening Dark Knight, and Succession Lawn. Those I wouldn't completely call canceled just yet. We're kind of holding out for that to be the case, but they have not gone to any live servers as of yet. However, they are still apparent on the Global Labs, so that's something to keep in mind. It's kind of looming over. Maybe they implement it, maybe they don't, but it hasn't been pushed to the KR server, which means we won't see it on the NA servers. So still just buffs for now. Check out the spreadsheet for more details on those. Other content updates: the Arena of Solare is now 24/7 available, or rather, not 24/7. It's now available each day, though, in practice mode, even when it's going to be out of season, which it currently is. They don't note anything about when the next season is going to be starting, but you can queue up for practice matches any day instead of just specific months of the year, which totally makes sense. Then you also get rewards for it now as well. They're called Seal of Solare. You get 5 for a loss, 10 for a draw, and 20 for a win on it, and these can be exchanged out for various items. You can see Perfume of Courage, Elixir of Deep Seas in there, which is a pretty big deal. The essences that you normally get from doing Node Wars and that sort of thing for you. There's item drop scrolls available for you, and even exchange coupons if you needed to pick those up, although they give out so many nowadays in other forums. I'm not sure if that's the way to go. It'd be interesting to say what that does to the market of like Perfume of Courage and Elixir of Deep Sea will be like obtainable constantly now, I would assume. So yeah, we'll see how that plays out over time. And they have these just listed again, although they gave us the picture, so I guess we didn't necessarily need that. Other than that, like I said, they don't mention when the next season's coming up, but I expect we'll hear about that probably at the Calpheon Ball, if I had to guess. We have Karanda and Kutum's hearts can now be listed on the central marketplace. They have a base price of 100 million and a max of 500 million. It's extremely likely that these will sit at the lower limit price of 50 million over time, especially since some of the other hearts are now a bit more accessible with the price increase. We have central market single purchase limit adjustment on various items. So you'll see a lot of enhancing materials. Registered quantity and single purchase limit have been changed. So for instance, the memory fragments, you can get like, I think 300 prior to this update. It's 500 now. And that corresponds to each of the items that they listed, food, drafts, that sort of thing, if you're trying to pick those up. Exchanging latent auras of bosses, they have made it so that the blacksmith in major towns can do this, so it's a little less cumbersome if you need to get them swapped out than it was before. A couple of tweaks to Black Shrine, Golden Pig, and Sangakshi had the number of hits they deal reduced. However, the damage on the hits they're still dealing is increased, so it's roughly the same amount of damage to keep in mind. We got a simplification on Laura's daily quest in Heidel, where you get the 4-leaf clovers for it, and you'd usually do this throughout the week. They made it so that you just do a weekly quest instead of having to swap over and do that every single day, and can obtain those. They'll get you some scorched fragments if you want to, very, very easily. There's also some Olakita Monster Zone daily quests that'll net you some extra Kaffers if you're out there grinding anyways, which is pretty nice. Then we have a skill memo function. This is actually kind of cool. You can write a memo below the cooldown UI of skills for the cooldown UI that was also added. So you can put these in, you see there, and then it has an actual like integration with your screen. So pretty cool, especially if you're just trying out a new class that you haven't played before. We got a tag event going on, so that's actually really neat to kind of get you more comfortable with grinding on that new class or PvPing or whatever the case may be. We have Black Spirit Adventure auto dice roll now. As you can see in the little graphic here, it will just go ahead and keep burning through your stuff for you automatically as long as the window is open. So that's great and makes it much less cumbersome. Here's the cooldown bar function that was mentioned up before, but they put it lower down in the patch notes than when they reference it because reasons. So there's that. This is also actually pretty cool and super helpful when you're trying out a new class or if you're just getting into the game and getting comfortable with your class. So yeah, not much more to be said about that. Really cool thing to see. Other than that, we have some issue fixes and updates to the UI and whatnot. So let's jump on over, check out the Pearl Shop for this week. And first up, we have the winter is almost here. or winter is here almost. 3520 pearls to get you the Winter Soiree and Jolly Winter outfit along with a title. You can get these individually. The Jolly Winter Dream outfit box at 1980 pearls, and the Soiree at the same price also has the Winterland Fairy title along with it. Got a Nostalgic Adventures box set. It's 10,255 pearls, and if you like RNG boxes, they put RNG boxes with RNG boxes and RNG boxes, so you can have at it. You're going to get 3. I'm not going to list each of these. So you get 3 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different RNG boxes. So have at it and get upset when you get nothing, because don't buy RNG boxes. Special all-in-one pack, 3825 pearls, another RNG box with the Riddle Me This outfit, 2 maids in it, 3 rare Cronstone bundles, and a 10% discount coupon. We've got a Choose Your Premium outfit box times 7, 20,230 pearls, trying to get you to burn those 1+1s we picked up from Black Friday deals, right? 7 outfits in it, obviously, and 1,000 Cronstones, 10% apparel discount to go with it. 12,240 pearls is going to get you the Choose Your Premium outfit box X4. Same idea. It's got 4 outfits and then 400 Cronstones as a bonus. We have a weekly enhancement pack, which is 900 pearls, which is going to get you 60 Artisans, 5 Massive Pure Magic, 25 Mem Frags, and Enhancement Help Kit 1. Blessing of Kamasil 15 plus 7 is 21. It's 1250 pearls. You'll get 21 days worth of Blessing of Kamasil along with 7 Blessed Message Scrolls, 7 Item Drop Scrolls, and 7 Elan's Tears. Secret Book of the Old Moon, same idea. It's just the Book of Old Moon instead of Kamasil. We have the bundle pack, which is 3910 pearls. More RNG, but we're enhancing, focused on this one anyways. 3 Mystical Cronstone bundles, 3 Rare Cronstone bundles, 3 Artisan Memory bundles as well, and a bonus of 300 raw Cronstones for you. The Shining Arctic box, 1980 pearls, gives you the Shining Arctic box as well as the Rare Arctic box because we didn't have enough RNG. Is the Pearl Shop just all RNG boxes, or is that how we're heading? We're just going to become a loot box game? Because it really feels like that, and I'm not just talking about this one, which is very obvious, but if we look at the last month or so, or really since the Cronstone revamp, really the last month or so, more so, there's more and more of these things getting poured in, and then they're recycling old ones that came in. And then that first box that was where it's just like, spend a bunch of pearls and I get all these RNG boxes, is just like, yeah, please gamble away all these pearls you just bought on Black Friday. 9,900 pearls will get you 6 of the Shining Arctic box and 6 Rare Arctic boxes as well. We've got the Grana Storage plus 20 slot pack available for 460 pearls, as well as the Altanova and Valencia ones as well. Then we just have an additional discount, 70% off on the underwear and accessory category, 30% in the Dream Horse. For the Dream Horse gear, that is, rather, not the category. New region storage and stable expansion available, 40 for the +1, 130 for the 4, and 225 for the 8. The Muzgar stable +1 expansion is 300 pearls. And then they note I think I said 1 million silver for the Book of Trainings out of the Pearl Shop. And then the weekly outfit on sale this week is the Megu Flame-Kissed premium outfit, 3,060 pearls. This one's an extremely popular one that gets sold out of premium boxes anyways. So the fact that it's the individual sale item on top of that means it's probably a really good idea to throw some pre-orders on that specific outfit to pick you up some extra Cronstones. So there you have it for this week's Pearl Shop and patch notes. Let me know what you guys think about what's going on in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos go live. And if you'd like to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description down below. Jump on over there, drop a follow so you get notifications for that as well. With that said, that's going to be it for this one. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.